Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your October 2020 overall general forecast and predictions. It's good for the sun, rising, or moon sign of Capricorn. As always, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with all of you, or perhaps only parts of it will. If it doesn't resonate, try checking your rising or moon sign on this channel this month. You could find messages there instead, or additional messages as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the link to my website to schedule a private reading is in the description below. If you are new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign, because I read for your sign here every week. I love reading for Capricorn. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've been watching you guys closely for quite some time, and I'm excited about October for you. I think you're going to be really grounded in your own energy this month, Capricorn. I think that there will be some major shifts and changes coming in for you. And I think that you're going to try to make the changes in the most grounded way possible, taking a very grounded, practical approach. I think you guys are very driven. I think this will be a month to be fearless and bold. I think that you're going to be a bit more stable and practical about some of the decisions you make. And I kind of get the feeling, based on your oracle cards, that career and family will be in the focus for your life this month. I also think that the energy around you might be a little bit more energetic and dynamic and want transformation in perhaps a different way than you do. I don't necessarily see it being a clash. I see you taking the classic grounded practical approach, because I do have the Queen of Pentacles as your driving factor, but the energy around you might be a little bit more crusading and a little bit more spontaneous. But I'm not necessarily seeing a push-pull. The overall theme of the month out of the Colette Baron Reed Animal Oracle deck, Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck, which I highly recommend to anyone. Two cards came out for you: Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries, but also Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. I think this month there will be some boundaries that are challenged between you and others in your life. When set healthy boundaries comes in reverse, it's when someone is pushing us and testing our limits and boundaries, or we ourselves are having a hard time with good boundaries, or perhaps we push others. I don't see you being the one to do that here necessarily, Capricorn. Maybe, maybe not, but your guides wanted you to keep this in mind. This will be a month of having healthy boundaries and setting healthy boundaries. You will also need to be very fearless and bold this month. Badger Spirit also, I see a connection here between Badger and boundaries. Make sure you don't let anybody badger you, and in turn, don't necessarily badger anyone else. We can knock on a door. We don't have to beat it down. They'll either answer or they won't, and vice versa. That's important to keep in mind. Your guides wanted you to know that this will be a bold and fearless month, but don't let people badger you to the point where your boundaries are tested. You could be tested in regards to boundaries, in particular, maybe with some communication this month. A lot of cards came out of my color oracle deck, which is the deck that I use. I can use this deck to apply to any part of a person's life, but this is my health deck. They had a lot to say to you guys about your health this month, more than the other signs thus far. The first card that came out was Bronze, so strengthen your body. Some of you might have Leo in your chart. It will be a month to strengthening your body. You might be having some issues with muscle tone. COVID has gotten all of us a little soft. Don't soften your resolve. It's time to be strong, and you may need to work on muscle strength and definition this month. Indigo, improve your vision. Some of you need to go I think some of you guys just need an overall check with your general practitioner, because I got Indigo, improve your vision, and Gray, learn to scan your body. And at the bottom of the deck, I have Orange, nurture yourself. Self-care is the thing. I see you showing up as the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. I think you guys have a lot of responsibilities in your life, with home, with family. You might even be in a role of leadership with career. And I see you being as driven as you can be with the Chariot here. Self-care is still a thing. Don't forget to nurture yourself this month. You do need to scan your body. This is sometimes like a mammogram, blood work, just getting that yearly checkup, scanning your body. Don't forget to do your checks, prostate, breast checks, anything like that, scanning your body, looking for weird skin lesions, stuff like that. I know that sounds odd, but they pushed me about this. I held onto this card and stared at it. They wouldn't let me put it down. Your guides want you to scan your body. Go to the doctor and get your yearly checkup, and also pay close attention to your physical feelings, because even within relationships, our emotions will elicit physical response. Pay attention to them. They're warning signs that something's either going right or something's going wrong. Look for the gray areas, okay? And indigo, improve your vision. Some of you just need to go get your eyes checked, in particular when you are driving. Also, you need to improve the way you see something, okay? This might just be the way you look at something from an emotional perspective. Something might be draining you, okay? And there maybe be some red flags that you need to look at in some way. The zodiac wanted to talk to you as well. It's going to want to talk to everybody. The solar system, the galaxy, the universe we live in. Aries and Pluto came out for you. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. It's crusading, and impulsive action is likely. They kept showing me the words around you, around you. This is like a Knight of Wands. This is not a tied down, grounded energy. It's the energy of Aries. Perhaps you have Aries in your chart that's pulling on you. Maybe it's your north or south node. Maybe this is a person, I think it's in your environment. This person or the energy around you is going to be very spontaneous. So get ready for some action. Get ready for some crusading in your life. Impulsive action is likely. Watch your own impulsivity. Acting on impulse isn't bad, especially if you get a gut feeling, but this seems like a passionate, exciting energy around you. You're showing me that you're feeling a little bit more grounded. Be ready for sudden changes and shifts. I do have the Tower. Pluto is here as well. Your ability to transform, take a big leap of faith forward and rebirth. When the Tower comes out, I'm seeing a connection between the Tower and Pluto here. You may be being asked to transform in some way. I'm not saying you be stubborn, but I'm seeing you holding very still in your tarot to a degree. But this Tower is coming. So be ready for some chaos, to tear everything down and rebuild. Some of you do want to move on in a situation or move forward. You might even want to relocate or travel with the Tower and Chariot, or make a big sudden change out of a situation where there's a lot of stability, but that will call for your ability to transform and take a big leap of faith forward, and a rebirth is possible. But out of the ashes, the phoenix does rise. I love that. So those are all things that could be coming in for you. They wanted me to use the Romance Angel Oracle deck. This could apply to romantic love. It could simply apply to even career and friendships as well. This is deeper oracle messages about your emotions and your relationships, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Don't forget to ignore feelings of romance and love. It might be time to reconnect with your husband or wife or your partner. If there's a new person in your life, they're saying, hey, your feelings are here and they're real and they are worth exploring. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This does not surprise me. Capricorns are, you are like the hardest working people. I have a joke. I have a good friend who's Capricorn, and I think that I'm a very driven, hardworking person. My part of fortune is in Capricorn in my Vedic chart. And I'll say to my one Capricorn friend, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I worked like 45, 50 hours this week. And he'll say to me, whatever do you mean, Carrie Lee? I worked 70 hours this week, you slug. It cracks me up. You guys, often career and finance come into play in all parts of your life. There's nothing wrong with that. And anyone connecting to a Capricorn needs to know that about you guys. You are pentacle driven. I don't necessarily see it being out of balance, but they are saying stay optimistic about your love life, or just your relationships in general, or your life in general. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance or bring you this happiness. So I would try, there might be some things out of balance between career and relationships. Your feelings are worth exploring. Stay optimistic. Don't let finances and career overrun your life. Bring it all into balance. And also, I have religious factors at the bottom of the deck. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. For some of you, I don't know why, but I heard political beliefs out of this. This could be happening on a broader level. You know, it's election season. A lot of us are online fighting about whether or not we're conservative or liberal. Religious factors might be a factor. Religious factors between you and others in general, or upbringing, the way where you came from. There may be differences between yourself and one particular person or other people around you. They want you to know that. Make way for that. Be realistic about that moving forward. Yeah, those messages are important. They wanted me to use the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. These are random Oracle messages, but you guys got much bigger, broader messages. Sometimes the Tea Leaf Oracle can be very specific. Yours were kind of broad. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. I don't think you're letting anything stop you here, Capricorn, with the Chariot and the Tower and the Queen of Pentacles. You seem to be working yourself to the bone in some way, I'll be honest. I think it's because you have a mountain to climb, and I think you know that. But star, some of you are dealing with an Aquarius or another earth sign, perhaps. Guaranteed success. There is a major challenge to overcome in October, but you are guaranteed success if you just put one foot in front of the other and do it. Whale came out, great worry over nothing. Some of you have been very worried about something that you really don't have to be that worried about, okay? For each of you, that will be something different. But frying pan flew out at the last minute. Trouble and accusations. Watch for finger pointing. That might be the badger and armadillo spirit coming out. People around you might point the finger. You might feel like you're in the hot seat or in the frying pan. Handle it with grace and dignity and stay grounded, nurturing, and practical like all Capricorns do. You guys usually handle being in the hot seat pretty good. So be prepared for that. It might just be worry over nothing. It just might be gossip or trouble and accusations. Your character may come into question in some way because someone around you is spontaneous and impulsive. I think that you're going to overcome these challenges. Success is guaranteed. I like that. I was like, oh, we're stopping there. That's beautiful. So at the center of it all for you, Capricorn, I got the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is your karmic empire. I don't know if you guys can see this. They wanted me to use the golden tarot for you. It's a limited edition deck. You guys are golden this month. So Ten of Pentacles is coming out. This is the main focus for you. Wealth, family, long-term success, contribution, and financial security is at the center of it all for you. Long-term stability is very important to you guys. For some of you, this is even like the state of the nation, even our government to some degree. This is important to you. The long-term stability in your life in the Pentacle realm will be the most important thing. This is also a finality and a transcendence. And the challenge or the catalyst for it all is the Chariot. So the energy of Cancer here. You could have a Cancer in your life. The Chariot is, and it came in the upright. This is about being accountable for where we're going. Both hands on the wheel, the GPS of your soul turned on. You are moving forward to victory, success. You are very driven to succeed. You want this long-term stability. You also expect everyone else involved with you financially to equally share in responsibility with resources. I don't see any fights coming from that necessarily, but I do see some changes being made. There might be some travel and relocation involved for you. What's driving you? Two cards came out. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn. Okay, this month, you might be a little worn down with work. I see you handling it like a true Capricorn because here you are. That's your card, the Queen of Pentacles. Hopefully this isn't some boss or some other earth sign or a wife or a mother being a slave driver here and staying in control. But I see this as positive. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of self-development. She's very nurturing. She's very grounded. She's often a working parent. She's often boss lady. She's in charge. So I see you very focused on health. I see you focused on family. I see you being boss lady or boss man, providing financially. I do see her. She looks kind of sad. She's very caring and concerned. She's looking down at this pentacle. Queens create the environment. But I also notice that the Eight of Pentacles is here in reverse. This is, Eight of Pentacles is about an apprenticeship or repetitive tasks or mastery or a skill development. He does not even look up at his accomplishments. He just picks a pentacle up, he works on it, he puts it on the wall. Some have dropped on the floor. He doesn't care. He just goes. He's like a machine. Practice makes perfect. In the reverse, it's about self-development. So this might be very much about the self. Watch for expecting perfection out of yourself in a situation. Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles flips into the reverse when we expect perfection, or we just feel like we're working really hard and you get to your desk every day and you're like, what am I even doing here? I'm just trying to put it all together. Worst case scenario, the Eight of Pentacles works on something because he's got nothing better to work on. If you feel like you're sitting here holding this pentacle, I'm not saying that it's necessarily in vain, but it's like something might not be working to your expectation this month. Don't expect perfection, okay? Some of you might have decided to stop working on something and hold still for a bit. Like, this is the one, this is the one, this is the thing that I want. This is what I'm going to work towards. Yeah, I like this. Classic Capricorn, though, very driven, hardworking. You might be a little tired and your strength might be zapped. Scan your body, okay? Improve your vision in a situation. I notice she's only looking at that prize. Don't forget to look up and look around. You might need the bigger picture on something. Maybe you do need a change in some spontaneity. Deep within or recent past, the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups in reverse, kind of emotional in the past. The Seven of Cups is when we are a little bit overwhelmed. We are window shopping in our life. He's going to appear in every cup and he's not going to choose until he finds the right one, the best fit for him. This is about opportunities and choices. It's also about wishful thinking, living in a little bit of an illusion, a confusion maybe about everything in front of you. And I think I think that you've decided to explore some choices, even though it's a little overwhelming. This could be about where to live, what project to focus on next, what emotion to focus on next. There has been an emotional stagnation for you. I think you've gotten to the place where you're like, I've thought about this long enough. I'm not going to sit here and emotionally reevaluate. The grass is not necessarily greener on the other side. I have to stop doing that and get myself out of a place of emotional stagnancy. I have other choices that I want to explore. This could apply to any part of your life, job, relationship. Some of you might even be getting out of some kind of a commitment and thinking about relocating, but I think it's emotionally overwhelming for you. So you might need to just take a break and think about it. The change will come though. Your advice from Spirit, or what you're thinking about all the time, the Devil in reverse to the Empress. Now, I always pause when the Devil comes out and I'm reading for Capricorn. I really feel for you guys. Your card means addiction, restriction, desire, things that you're chained and bound to in a way that don't really make you happy. But the truth is, when I'm reading for a Capricorn, the Devil means being able to balance out your earthly obligations and the things that you are bound to, and also being able to interject some hedonism and fun and pleasure and some desire. So I think you're feeling a little out of your element with the Devil in reverse here. You know, this is about Saturn. That's your planet. Perhaps you have some Jupiterian or Sagittarius energy around you that's causing you to feel a little out of your comfort zone to a degree this month. And your guides are asking you to acknowledge that. But, you know, your job is to help us face our shadow side. That's what Saturn does. That's what Capricorn does, actually. And that's a blessing and it's important. I think you guys, your guides are saying to you and your soul is saying to you this month, you haven't really been yourself in a situation. You need to be true to yourself. Face your shadow side head on. Throw off the shackles of any demons and any addictions, restrictions, desires, insecurities, anything that you were chained and bound to, that needs to be brought into balance. And your guides are saying, approach it like a true Empress. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. This could be you. This could also be a mother, a wife, a married woman. You could be that person. It could be a person around you. The Empress is the queen of all queens. She's very creative. She's very nurturing, very beautiful. Also very practical, the way the Queen of Pentacles is. She comes up with very creative solutions. She's the best mother and the best leader there could possibly be. I think your guides are saying you're going to have to honor your obligations like the Queen of all queens. If there's marriage here involved and commitment of any kind, I think you're going to do your best to be balanced in that way. I think you're a little overworked here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So your guides are saying, I think your guides are also saying the Empress and the Emperor have pages and serfs and knights and even servants to help them, or people that they employ. Can you get more creative and have others help you? It may be time to run the show this month. I also notice with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Empress, this correlates to strength in your body. Some of you are sitting too much. Some of you might need to address and focus on health and weight. Going to the doctor will help with that. It's not that the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles aren't strong and healthy, but they sit a lot. They're a little bit more grounded. It's a beautiful energy. You might need to interject some exercise and spontaneity, okay? For some of you, you're breaking an addiction of some kind, or you're getting out of an unhealthy cycle for you. But I do think that you do need to bring yourself into balance in some way and get creative with the Empress here. What's coming in for you guys? The Tower, kaboom, the energy of Scorpio. There will be a sudden shift. I think it will happen. Actually, they just showed me October 15th to November 15th. So even though the Tower is a rip the Band-Aid off quick kind of energy, this might not come for another week or so. But when I see the Tower and the Chariot, something may suddenly shift. This is where you hit the eject button, you tear everything down and you rebuild. It is chaotic, but it is a sudden awakening. I think it will help you determine the direction you're going. It might be a necessary Tower. Yeah, so be prepared for that. Either that or you just got some Scorpio kabooming into your life. The way you see yourself, though, the Queen of Wands in reverse, we can fix this. When court cards come in reverse, they're really just personal homework assignments. I actually like it when the Queen of Wands in reverse. She's a powerful lesson. She teaches us something. Some of you might feel as though your confidence is lacking a bit this month. It's where we get in touch with our shadow side a little bit more, and we focus on self-respect and self-confidence in any areas that need improvement in that way. Sometimes she feels a little introverted. Sometimes she loses her temper a little bit. Worst case scenario, she's promiscuous. I don't see you guys doing that. If FYI, for any of you that are checking in on a Virgo, I think Virgo's going to stay married. And or even if Virgos are getting a divorce, they might be in a place of reestablishing their sense of self. Okay, they might not be able to be confident, magnetic, and create this wild, magnetic, fiery, passionate environment for the rest of you. They need to do that for themselves right now. But for any of you that are feeling like you're not up to the challenge of this major change and taking the lead, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles often have enormous responsibility. Don't doubt yourself, okay? Examine your feelings of insecurity at all. I think you guys are trying to get grounded and have high standards, and you're just in a process of reestablishing your sense of self. Yeah, I don't think you like this feeling of confusion and stagnancy. I think you're wanting to move on towards something that's about long-term stability in your lives. And I think you'll make a change and make it fast, or it will happen for you. So be ready, be fearless and bold. I think you will be. But don't believe that you can't do it. You can, for sure. But for some of you with the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Devil in reverse, you might be moving away from or out of an energy with a person maybe, or a situation that might have been very tempting for you and wasn't good for you. I think you're reclaiming your own power here quite a bit and doing it quick. Yeah. In the environment, this could be your response to your environment, or it could be someone around you. I honestly think it's your response to the environment. I think you're going to be very busy in October. Two of Pentacles. Oh my. Some of you are worried about resources like, oh yeah, what do I do? I've been staying at home. I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to be chained and bound. Maybe you're not working right now. You might decide to travel and relocate for work because you do want to contribute to the financial stability of your home. Either that or you're connecting to someone that is. I think you're going to be trying to figure out how to do things like that in October. I don't know that you're going to have a lot of room in your life for emotions because you're like, what do I do? I got to make all this work. This could also be a person around you that's trying to figure out if they can come into balance and synthesis with you. they're on board in that way, or you're on board with your life in that way. I also think that maybe COVID has gotten in the way with Three of Swords in reverse, because Three of Swords can be about communicable disease, but it's often about heartbreak and emotional pain and sorrow and grief and hurt. If this is a person around you, they may want some forgiveness. They're trying to be optimistic. They're trying to release pain. They're trying to recover. They might be doing a lot of negative self-talk, like they're talking badly to themselves about themselves, and they're just trying to figure out how to make it happen. They also might just not want to get their heart broken. And for some of you, you guys are like, I have to, I need to keep everything in balance here. Maybe something will change after COVID dies down, or we, move on from that in some way. I don't see you making plans, though, or waiting for anybody, Capricorn. I see you willing to make the change, or the change is coming to you with the Tower. Hopes and fears, the way you're feeling, get some rest. You're overwhelmed. Okay. I'm seeing some overwhelmed here with the Nine of Wands in reverse and Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This might be a struggle for you. And this is also a boundary piece as well. The Nine of Wands is about boundaries and being somewhat guarded in a situation because you're feeling a little worn down and maybe you're the wounded warrior. When the Nine of Wands comes in reverse, we have to use every inner resource to make it back to base camp, and it's a struggle and we're overwhelmed. You might even feel a little defensive and paranoid. You might be thinking about letting your walls down in a situation, but I wouldn't do that just yet because you're still wounded in some way. He does have a bandage around his head. He's been through a lot. Ask for help when you can, where you can, Capricorn, and make sure that you have good boundaries, because in relationships, I'll be honest, in romantic relationships in particular, this suggests a chronic repetitive behavior pattern of not having the best boundaries or just caving in because someone won't stop badgering us. So be careful for that. Make it clear to those around you that you feel overwhelmed. Some of you do want a person to let their walls down with you. If that's the case, they need a minute, okay? And I think you might as well. Get rest. You look a little overwhelmed. By the end of the month, you are going to have a major decision to make, or someone else that you're communicating with does, because I do have the Eight of Wands here. This is fast-paced change and movement. I'm seeing two cards of travel, relocation, being at a distance, wanting to make a major change and being very driven to quickly do so. You might experience a little bit of a block with this. This could be you. This could be another person in your life. This is Libra energy. The Two of Swords comes out when we need to discern the truth. We have a difficult decision to make. I have two twos here. This is the way an earth sign would deal with it. Well, if I do it this way, this will happen. If I do it this way, this will happen. Back and forth, weighing the odds. What do I do? You may just need a minute, or another person might need a minute in your life, because you might feel as though you're at a bit of an impasse, and you might need to just weigh those options for yourself and figure out what the truth is and what the smartest choice will be. I do see that you feel the need to make choices, but I see overall that you really, really want to handle it like a true Capricorn, being very grounded and practical. Yeah. All right, Capricorn. So that's your reading for the month. It looks pretty good. I would really pay attention to these health messages. Some of you do need to go get some scans and diagnostic testing done. Listen to your body and prove what you're looking at. You need to improve your vision of a situation. You might need to get more facts. Some of you just need to go get your eyes checked. Strength will be important. I'm seeing this correlation between being drained. Watch your boundaries and other people's boundaries. Yes, you're going to have to be fearless and bold, but don't let anybody badger you, or vice versa, because the energy around you is going to be pretty spontaneous and impulsive. That might be the Tower, and it might bring a major transformation that will bring a leap forward. You might need a minute to think about it, though, because I know you want to take the most practical approach. Yeah. Stay optimistic. Bring your finances and career into balance as well. And be open-minded and accepting of other people's beliefs. Be realistic about them. And examine your own as well. Yeah, that's important. All right, Capricorn, that's your reading for October. It looks pretty good. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. You're guaranteed success. You can overcome these challenges. I believe in you guys. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Capricorn. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.